It's Rob Rush, and again, we are joined by a good friend of the radio station. And as we get closer to the release of The End, I welcome Wolfgang Van Halen. October 24th, it's coming out. What's going on, man?
Howdy, how's it going? Good to see you again.
It's nice to see you again. And things have been a whirlwind year for you these last couple years. I mean, the first album came out 5 years ago, and here we are, October 24th. You're already on your third album. So, what is that breakneck pace like between writing and touring and anything else that you've been doing? Where do you have time just to have a regular life in? Because you got married in that period as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels normal because I there's nothing else I'd rather be doing, you know. So
Yeah.
it definitely when you look at it on paper, it's like, wow, yeah, we've been going. But I don't know. It's very fun. I'm happy to do it, and I feel very lucky that we're able to do this because we can't do this without people showing up to the shows and stuff like that. So it's
Exactly.
very feel very lucky.
You got the new single out, which is The Spell, which I think, every single on this record that I've heard so far seems to just get better and better. And then the end result will be the end when it comes out on October 24th. And you again played all the instruments. I mean, is there like an instrument that you specifically like to play secretly? Like maybe, people would say, well, bass or guitar, but are you like kicking ass behind the drums? Would you rather go behind the drum set or?
Drums is probably my favorite, it was first thing I learned when I was 9. So that's what I really enjoy in the studio. I definitely, I mean, I love all of it. I love putting together. I love the songwriting aspect more than anything, but drums is a very fun thing. I like it a lot.
And then this is going to be taking you on a number of dates. You're not going to be playing Long Island. I know you're going to be doing a show in Jersey in November. What does the rest of the year hold for you after the album comes out? Is it just going to be
Yeah.
touring, or is there anything else special things happening?
Touring. We've got the album coming out, and then we got a bunch of dates up for our second headline tour ever, actually. We've done headline dates here and there, but we've been opening a lot, so it's going to be nice to do a full
Yeah,
headline set. We got all our dates up there on our website, and then yeah, the next year after, 'cause, I mean that goes to the end of the year, and the next year we'll be going. I know we'll be going to Europe and doing more shows out here in the States. So hopefully we'll hit everywhere that we've missed so far on this run.
yeah.
But yeah, it's now that the record's out, it's time to start all over again and go crazy for the next year and a half.
Be nice for you to come back to Long Island. Maybe we'll get Kevin to work on making that
Yeah,
happen.
absolutely. Come on,
We'll make
Kevin.
a deal with the Mets, Kevin. We'll
We're
have
working.
them. We'll have them win some more games, and then we can have you get Wolfie to come over here. I always joke around with you. I think it's hysterical when you go after people online, and mostly people are saying idiotic things. But over the course of the last few years, what has like been if you can recall, like a real cool fan experience that like blew your mind that still sticks with you to this day?
I mean, I think a lot of people see when every now and then I do my clapbacks and stuff that they must think that it's filled with people like that, but they are a very small vocal minority. I think
Yeah,
all the people who follow us and the band are just so wonderful. I really love the things we do. Another reason why I'm so excited to do our headline tour is that we do our little VIP things where people get to come and hang out during sound check. And my
yeah,
favorite thing is doing the Q&As and just getting to know everybody. We were just I was just doing press over in London, and we did a cool thing for the record where it was like in this church, which felt really funny to be playing
yeah.
the devil's music in God's house for a little bit, and then uh, and just answering questions and just kind of talking and getting to know people. It's really fun just being able to connect with people like that, especially outside of the toxic bubble that social media is, and just meet face to face and have that. It's a lot of fun. So that's what I look forward to the most is getting a full set and playing as many songs as we can, and then getting to meet and hang out with everybody who comes to the shows.
Yeah, because that's like the one thing that I've gotten from people. That if they saw you when you were in the studio with us at the Paramount, and a couple of people were in the other room, they said, "Wow, he was a really nice guy. He said hello, or said something, took a picture." Because the Van Halen name carries a big weight. So, I mean, do people like expect you? Like, I always think this is the biggest compliment I'll get. People will be like, "I met you one time. I thought you'd be a dick, but you were really a nice guy." Do like people expect you because of the name to like be standoffish, you think?
I mean, I kind of am a very shy person, and I think people can misconstrue that in a
Yeah.
moment. I might be involved in my head and worrying about whatever
Yeah.
of like, man, that guy was a dick. I think it's really important not to judge anybody on at least a single moment of meeting somebody because you never know
True.
what they're going through at any given time. But I certainly, if kindness is shown to me, I show it right back. Just as on social media, if somebody takes a shot at me, I'm gonna try and hit right back. It's always retaliatory
Yeah, it's
in
like because
that sort of thing.
it's always the internet tough guys. They're the first ones. And I look and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll be looking on my thing. I'll be like, they wrote something mean. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should call up Wolfgang. What would you say to this guy?
But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like if somebody's going to be really cool and not weird, because there's people who can be, creepy and weird. I know people just kind of see me as a bag of my dad's blood sometimes, and it's kind of creepy, where they
Yeah.
just, they're just like, it's cool, like we're just people, man, like
Yes,
just, if
exactly.
you treat me like a normal person, I'm right there back at you. We're all just people, so. It definitely, that's why I think I can be a bit standoffish sometimes, and
Mhm.
because you never know what you're gonna get. But
Yeah.
when people are super cool and super kind, like I'm happy to talk and take pictures and be cool with it.
You get the vibe right away.
You
Yeah,
gotta you
you
gotta have
definitely
the
get the
vibe.
vibe. Yeah. What's the coolest thing about writing a new record for you? Because I mean, being that you play everything, like where does it start? Does it start with an idea? Does it start with a riff? Is it a combination?
Usually, yeah, I think it starts with a riff. Well, one, it's just the desire to get back into the studio because you've been out on tour for so long. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
now it's getting time to be the other side of it all.
Mhm.
And so you're excited to get in the studio and to challenge yourself and to be like, okay, here's going to be I mean, it's a very big step in your life, the next
Yeah.
record. It's something that is going to be a chapter of your life, and you want to make sure you do the best you can. And yeah, usually the idea starts with like a guitar riff most of the time. It can start anywhere, but usually a guitar riff. And this time around, pre-production was a bit different, where I was able to in the studio do everything rather than use like my laptop for a demo. So I would just
Yeah.
kind of guitar really quick, run out, play drums to it, and then come back in, play bass. And I was sort of able to create really quickly in that environment and see if it was worth doing something. So I think I took a couple more chances than I would have on a prior record, and I think that's why songs like The End exist. Like I wouldn't have been like, hey, let's start this song with a 40-second tapping intro and then start slapping on the bass but on the guitar. So it was things like that where I think you hear a lot of that confidence and maturity in the process on this record, and I think
Do
it's
you,
made it the best
you
ones.
you take singing lessons by any chance?
No, no, it's just at this point, after almost 300 shows in the last 4 years, it's just a matter of just singing all the time that you just get a bit more comfortable, I think.
I was gonna that you hit the nail on the head. I mean, because not that you weren't comfortable on the first record, but it's definitely you've seen like the progression. You could hear it. Like the spell when I heard that as opposed to the end, you sounded great, but I was like with the spell, I was like, wow, I could definitely hear like
Yeah, little bluesy
melody.
runs here and there. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I was like, look at this kid over here, huh? People usually drop stuff like on Spotify or Apple Music, cover songs here and there. Did you ever think about doing a covers album? And if you did, would you call it not Van Halen songs?
I would, yeah, that's the thing. If I ever did a cover stuff, I would do stuff that people would be really upset with me for. Like, I think they would expect like cover AC/DC and Kiss and Van Halen, and it's like I would want to cover like Britney Spears. Like just do like take something completely different and put it into put it through the Mammoth lens, so to speak. So yeah,
Yeah.
if I ever were to do that, it's like, sorry, man, you're still not going to get Panama.
But you argue with me on it on Instagram and Facebook, and we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Yeah. Throw it on
And
there.
yeah, exactly. The band is gonna be going out, and who's opening up with you on this run?
We've got Miles Kennedy touring with us, which is
Wow. Okay.
absolutely crazy, man. It's going to be an amazing show, man. I'm so excited.
I mean, he's got an amazing voice, and then he's going to be coming to the Paramount for us in on
Yeah.
Long Island in May of next
Mhm.
year. So yeah, we look forward to seeing that, and always look forward to hanging out with you. It's always a great time. You're so gracious with your time, and Long Island loves you, so that's why you got to make a pilgrimage back here
We'll be
sometime.
back soon. I
All right,
promise.
man. Well, if I don't see you before or speak to you before the holidays, you have a great rest of the year, and I look forward to
Thanks, man.
chatting
You
with you
too.
soon, man.
Always great catching up, dude. You take
You
care.
too, brother. Be good.